Hello, Prayerful Heart Consciousness holders. This is Reverend Jerry Hobby, and we are celebrating our season for nonviolence through a season for peace program through Prayerful Heart. Each day, we get to celebrate this time with words and virtues that represent peace in the world, represent and emulate the energy and the vibration of nonviolence. Many people may call it an act of positivity. Today, I'm going to invite you to join us and anchor in the space of harmony. And when I think about harmony, I have such a beautiful smile on my face. I think that there are times in our life where love prevails and love can show up in the most powerful places. And I have a sacred memory, and that memory is my niece growing up. And sometimes she'd come to me and she'd say, "Would you like for me to sing you the song that you love?" The song came from, I believe, Mermaid. And the song is Harmony. Harmony, harmony, you and me together can live in harmony. And she would sing it with clarity. Now, let me preface this. This was coming out of the mouths of babes. I don't believe she was more than 5 years old when she was sharing that song. But harmony is a very important part of life, and it is part of how we grow and how we got to be where we're at right now. All the wonderful advances we've experienced in the world came from living in harmony and close contact with each other. In a sense, it's being in harmony and close contact with God, or we might call it love. We have the ability to expand and grow. That is the reason today is a very important day because we get an opportunity to act from that place of harmony. Ernest Holmes reminds us that he says we should always ask ourselves if what we wish produces harmony, and then be sure that there is no hurt in it to anyone. And so, this is the basic tenet of what it is that we teach. We believe in engaging people in spiritual practice. We believe in supporting people in demonstrating and expressing their highest and greatest good. And we know that when we express our highest and greatest good, and when the intention is to be good for ourselves and where it does not hurt anyone else, our intentions, then we know that it is for the greater, for all concerned. That includes each and every one of us and humanity. So I'm going to invite you today to anchor in a little bit more, to look at places where you can see the demonstration of harmony. I'm going to also invite you to anchor in prayer with us. Today is a day where, here, if you're in the United States, we're calling attention to our COVID people that have been infected or impacted by COVID, the lives that have been lost, and to just engage in an act of compassion. I'm going to invite you to engage from a space of unconditional love and a place of harmony. And so I invite you to listen to or view the prayer from Jim Thompson, the curator of our prayer app. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Jim Thompson. I'm one of your practitioners here with Spiritual Enlightenment Truth Focus Ministries. I'm also a curator for the Prayerful Heart app and a sound healer. In other words, I practice sound. I have a nice little studio in here where I've got bowls and flutes. I love to play for you every Thursday on our CFM Facebook page. Anyway, today I am practicing Season for Peace. And today's subject matter is harmony. Gandhi says, happiness is when you think what you say and what you do are in harmony. Very deep if you think about that. Happiness is when you think what you say and what you do are in harmony. And so I'd like to take us into a harmonious place. And if you would, just take in a nice deep breath with me. And then release. And so in this space, I recognize that one loving, infinite presence that I call God, that I call Spirit, that I call love. And I anchor myself in this awareness of divine wholeness. And it's in this space I speak my word of harmony and what that means for me. I know that my life as a whole is harmonious with everyone and everything around me, seen and unseen. I know that right here and right now, that presence of perfect wholeness and peace and love and joy and wisdom is anchored at the very center of my being, knowing that God truly is all that I am. And that in this space, everything lovingly and joyously moves together, meshes together, and harmoniously creates an environment of peace, of love, of joy, so that when I enter a room or a space or an area, I know that Spirit goes before me, lights the way, and opens the doorway to a fully peaceful, loving, and joyous setting. That everyone with whom I come into contact with, and everyone within the sound of my voice, lives in this space of harmony, of peace, of inclusion, of self-knowledge, of self-wisdom, and knowing that at the very center of their being, God is actively working for their best interests. And as I know this truth, I anchor myself in this harmony, knowing that my world is peaceful, knowing that each person strives and attains that level of harmony that they desire, that level of clarity, of wisdom, of joy. And so it's here right now that I simply give thanks, knowing that the words that I've spoken here are the truth about each and every one of us and myself right here and right now. I gently, lovingly let go, and I let God, and I let it be. And together we say, and so it is, Amen, Ashe, and Namaste.